There you go. So what this does is
Good
it
old-fashioned
forms
vortex.
a vortex.
I love vortexes.
And it goes in one way, clockwise, and comes out counterclockwise. And it goes through this implosion process. And so it energizes water. And then this has got magnets in it, so it magnetizes it as well. And we've got people using it on like organic farms, some nurseries and that sort of thing. It gives up to a 300% better growth rate and weight addition. And so, yeah, I just sent off $1,200.
What energizes the water?
Please?
What energizes the water? It's the vortex.
Yeah, it's called an implosion.
Same as in waterfalls.
So, yeah,
Waterfalls have the same energy. Same as the electrical universe.
Yeah.
In biodynamics, they mix their 500
Spinning.
in a vortex.
That's right.
Then they
Spin it the other way.
That's right.
cause chaos.
So this goes one way, in one way, and out the other way.
Yes.
So you got the vortex, and then you got the magnets. And so, yeah, and up in the Northern Territory in Darwin, they got a big problem with calcium deposits in their pipes. This breaks up the calcium deposits, and they don't have that problem.
It doesn't form calcium.
Doesn't form, yeah.
But if it is there, it'll break it down.
Right. And so what we want to do is eventually get these in all the municipal water supplies. It's people have put it in their swimming pools, and the water becomes more silky and smooth and that sort of thing. But yeah, these are just two electrolysis units.
Is this a Joe cell?
Yeah, that's a Joe cell.
Good.
This is a $25 one, and this is like a $100 one. So
Right.
yeah.
So I've had a friend who came up to Byron Bay to see the Byron New Energy guys in action.
Yes.
And when he got there, they said that they'd stripped back the meetings and we're not doing that anymore. They weren't focusing
Every
on
Thursday afternoon at 3:30.
They still do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you know, sometimes there aren't a lot of guys show up, but
Yeah.
we've been doing it almost 20 years now.
Yeah. I mean, so you can. I mean, how are the success rate with this?
When they get old like that, they get
25 to 100%.
Yeah.
Depends on
If you get an 18-year-old, okay, you get
how
a better
good a
chance.
vacuum your motor's got. If you,
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
some of the guys have a little winding device so they can advance the timing on the distributor from inside the car.
Yeah, you need to make a few little modifications to your car though once you've got it going. Like,
Yeah, it helps.
what about rust? Is rust ever an issue with the Joe cell?
Hasn't been so far,
Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah. And can you explain what this device is here?
this is a Storn magnet motor that this group in Ireland have put together, and they reckon they've got the right combination of magnets in the right positions, and this coil, this feeds back a pulse to the coil to knock out the EMF, the electromagnetic frequency that would cause a drag on the motor.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've been having good results with it, and we've been playing around with it. This is just a first prototype, and we've had a problem with a little bit of wobble.
So is there too much friction in a certain element?
Well, at high speeds it wobbles, whereas
okay.
the one that that the Storm group have, it doesn't have a wobble to it.
That's a bit more of engineering and fine tuning.
Yeah, I mean, it'll spin at 1,500 RPM, and then they can take, it creates the energy field around here, and they can take electrical energy off of that, run it back into the what's powering it. We've got a little oscilloscope we set up here so we can get the waveform right, but they reckon they've cracked it. And this guy we were just talking to was just here, said he's just ordered one and got one, and we can look at it when we head back through Brisbane.
A friend of mine has been sponsoring Panacea University, and they're going to buy a whole bunch down at, is that in Byron too? Panacea
Never heard of it.
Panacea open source.
Open source university.
Oh, right.
Internet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all very interesting.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Noah.
yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
Drop by tomorrow.
Okay.
Do you base this on Schauberger research? And,
Yeah, on Schauberger.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's amazing what he had before it was all secreted away at the end of the war.
exactly. So we've got some handouts and some DVDs that tell you all about what Byron New Energy does.
Oh, great.
We're into making biodiesel and biogas, and we've got our own Stonehenge that's been built down there on the Eagle Farm. So yeah, we're moving geomancy, we're moving energy around. One of these has successfully run a car just on its own with no petrol. So
Was that Joe himself?
Joe was the first. Well, he was the second one that I know of, but others have as well.
Yeah.
So it's one of the times was just when where somebody was driving from Tabulum to Casino and petrol ran out,
Yeah.
and it sort of, and then it started running fine.
Kicked in.
Yeah, and it was just on the cell itself.
Yeah.
Is that a Joe cell?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
What do you say to those critics who says you can't get more than what you put in?
Well, it's the vacuum that was doing most of the work, not the electric.
I get sick of that actually. I mean, there's a lot of dogma there's dogma everywhere really. But
Sure.
yeah.
Well, just like the magnet motor, they say that won't,
There's a Turkish fellow who's done some interesting. He's got a prototype which is disassemble and you can take it to bits, and each module, I think it's got 16 set magnets in their positions. You clip, 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 and then you just go. There's a crank handle, and everything's machined and solid, and it's not going anywhere. And you just give it a crank and then walk away.
Well, Nassim Harriman, when he's going to be speaking, he's had some good results with this.
Great.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. I'll grab some Byron information from you if that's all right.